Welcome to Hug Nation's Love Morning. This is a Love Ambassador meetup, a chance to share gratitude and recognize that we are surrounded by like-minded, open-hearted people, and that we can be the love ambassadors that go through the world and are the permission givers. We act as one who is open to connection and love, and other people go, hey, well, good morning to you too. So good morning to you, or whatever time it is, wherever you are. And if you're here, leave a comment, say hello, let us know where you are physically, and share something you're grateful for. And I like to start these with a song that I make up, little improv melody and words. Today we're here and we're sitting in a place that's so pretty. If you thought that this was green screen, that would be so shitty, 'cause I'm enjoying the smells and scents of the ocean and the sea. And if there is something true, there's no place I'd rather be than sharing gratitude with you. We lift our attitude. It's true. It's love morning. Oh, it's love morning. How do you do? Good morning. Welcome to Love Morning. I've been trying to figure out a way to make the lighting work in this place so I can show the ocean and I think this works. I'm so excited. So I'm grateful for getting to share the ocean with you. This is Solana Beach, California. It is a little overcast out there. That's probably why it's working, so it's not too bright and too shiny. Good morning, Lorian. Good morning to you. Lorian says, I'm so happy you're singing again this morning. Me too. I've got so much to be grateful for and some things to apologize for. So I'll get to that in a second. First, I will make sure I ground and anchor and say hello and good morning. Good morning, Sarah. Hello to you in Eugene. Sarah says, grateful to catch live. Looking like I'm feeling better and healing. Yes, not 100%, but definitely within the threshold of I feel like I'm healing. So that does amazing things for the mindset. Good morning, Sid. Grateful to see the ocean, says Sid. Good morning, Michael. Good morning. Let's see. I am grateful for my men's group. Last night sometimes we have a theme to the topic, and last night was about fatherhood. One of our members is expecting a little girl next month, and there's I'd say 80% of the guys in the group are fathers, awesome men, awesome fathers. And so it was really beautiful to hear people sharing stuff, sharing things they wish they knew, things that just thoughts. And it was thoughts about being a father and our fathers, because even though not being a father, you can still have thoughts on fatherhood. And I have a unique perspective as well, that I shared some of my questions. It was great. There was some really beautiful sharing, and made me feel happy to see men at that level of conversation and inquiry and commitment to being good fathers. It's awesome. So grateful for all the guys in my men's group. Both my men's groups, actually, but specifically the ones that were at the one last night. Good morning, Darren. Darren says, hello from Vegas. Grateful to see the ocean. I'm not sure if I need these glasses. Good morning. Good morning. Anyone else want to share a little gratitude before I start on a little bit of sharing a few things that I might not check the comments for a sec? I am grateful for Burners Without Borders. We had a camp meeting last night, and it's an impressive organization, impressive people. It's awesome. I mean, and it's also so cool to see how similar camp dynamics are and where things are different. And it's beautiful to witness the pride. Like I still have a ton of pride for Pink Card, even though I'm not creating it this year. And it's beautiful to watch people putting in a huge amount of effort into creating the Burners Without Borders camp. And it's building, creating, making your mark on the greatest city in the world is such a fulfilling aspect of looking for purpose in your life. It's rare that you get an opportunity to dedicate your energy, your talents, your skills, your gifts towards something that is so purely a gift to the world. You can put your money, or your effort and your talents towards a company, and maybe you make a product that you believe in, but it's always kind of tied in with something commercial. You got to make your money, and so you got to have it made in China to get the investors so that they're happy, or you got to cut corners here, you got to pay people less here, it gets a little gray in most places in the world. But things like parenting is one of those areas where your energy there is purely love-based gifting. And creating stuff for Burning Man is love-based gifting. It's not to further your career. It's not to get you rich. It is an opportunity to shed any of the gray and just really be present in, how can I give? How can I make this better? And that level of service, being in that place, is so nourishing. It's easy to feel like, oh, well, I'm going to sacrifice because that's the right thing to do. But no, that's not how it feels. It doesn't feel like sacrifice. It feels like a deep, satiated feeling to be able to be of service to something that you believe in. I guess charity work, service work, I think maybe I'm not giving enough credit to the number of venues and avenues that we can be of service to the world. But Burning Man is certainly a special one in that it can be artistic and whimsical and not contained within so many of the structures that the default world often pushes us into. I'm grateful for the opportunity to be of service in wacky ways. Good morning, Juan. Good morning. Good morning, Kate. Kate is grateful for a client taking lunch at 12 sharp, so I can catch the live during lunch. Yay! So 12 sharp, that means you are East Coast, is that right? Yeah, it's always fun to know where people are so we can kind of feel this vibrational connection around the world. I am in Solana Beach, California, Southern California. Busload, I'm guessing you're in the UK. Busload says, I'm grateful for the technology that allows me to earn a wage, enough to attend Burning Man. I don't think that sounds weird at all. I think that makes all the sense in the world. I'm also grateful for the technology that allows me to be physically isolated right now and yet connected to you. Gratitude doesn't have to be romantic. In fact, I think it's a great exercise to look for the gratitude that's not romantic. I'm grateful for a working washer and dryer. I am grateful for the toe fungus on my foot slowly getting better over the course of 9 months. How's that for romantic? Awesome. Kate is in Maryland. John is in Mississippi. Good morning, John. Good morning, Esther. Good morning. Anyone else want to share some gratitude? I guess I'll jump into the thoughts I've been having. So I feel compelled to apologize and confess areas that I could be doing better. I have not been walking the walk in the area of open, clear, direct communication. I did a podcast recording a few weeks ago about gossip and rumors. And it was about how important it is to not speak about people when they're not in the room, and how important it is to not let stories and one-sided ideas start to spin and instead trust another person, trust someone enough to tell them a truth or a fear or a concern. And after making that recording, I have had two powerful experiences where people have reached out to me to have conversations that I should have spoken to them directly before I said anything publicly about it. And I should have done better. I could have done better. And I really think that making that broadcast and having people reach out to me is making this classroom I'm in really feel real. I had my men's group last night. I approached one of my friends who has been good with me, where he's reached out to me several times where he said, I just saw the post that you wrote, and I want you to know that it come across in a way that you sound like a jerk. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, whoa, thank you. Thank you for saying that. Like, I wonder how many people are reading this going like, man, John's kind of a jerk. And then people skit talk about it. I've been that person that goes, wow, so-and-so, I've been doing it lately. Look at the Burning Man organization is doing. I didn't reach out to anyone at the Burning Man organization. I should have done that. If I was going to be ranting righteously, I should have reached out, expressed my concerns and fears and frustration, and trusted and honored the human beings that work at the Burning Man organization enough to respond, explain, and I did not do that. And I had another person who reached out to me with a really, I won't get into that, but just in a personal way, someone that I know but am not great friends with, and they reached out, and I realized that I had not been walking the walk. So I'm saying this publicly to apologize, to acknowledge, to recognize, confess that I am never speaking from a place of authority and completeness. I'm a work in progress. And it is by doing this publicly that I hope to push myself to accountability and to grow. So my classroom right now is in learning to recognize when I'm falling into a pattern of trying to avoid a hard conversation, and when I'm playing my part in inflaming people rather than doing my part to expand conversation and understanding. My apologies to the human beings that have felt disrespected. I guess I'll say that was weak. I apologize to the people that I have disrespected. I'm sorry. I will do better. Good morning, Maria. Hello to you in South Lake Tahoe. Oh, I hope you're. I love this typo. My list of gratitude is very wrong. I'm guessing. Is it very long? Well, whatever it is. Maria is grateful to be here and for the ticket fairy that gifts me a ticket this year. Yay! You know, there was a friend in my men's group. He bought 2 tickets and a vehicle pass, and he'd been trying to sell them for a month and has been unable. And he's just like, so if anybody is looking for Burning Man tickets, I have a wonderful human man who is unable to use them and would love to get some of his investment back. Maria says, you don't need to shit on yourself. You could have, but you didn't. And now you have expanded awareness of what you'd rather do next time. Perfect lessons here. We're on the same page there. Thank you. Good morning, Jason. Alex has also got some unsold tickets. It's going to be it's a very interesting dynamic. It's because you have these organizational, systemic issues with undersold tickets, and that has effects on the Burning Man organization's budget. And then you have individuals who have all these unsold tickets, and that can be very impactful for someone to have, $1,000 that they did not expect to not recoup. Lorian says, your honesty and willingness to embrace your humanity is refreshing. Thank you. This long-standing practice of mine of trying to share transparently and then being through that, creating a vibe that invites people like you who are also on this path of trying to be self-aware. It's so rewarding. And it doesn't feel like it's any weakness to acknowledge something that needs work, because any human being that says or comes across as if their shit don't stink, or they don't make mistakes anymore, or they have meditated themselves to righteousness, I've never met that person. I've never even read about that person. The only people maybe there are some aesthetic guru people, but I would guess that the reason we still think that they're perfect is because they are not on social media and they are not being captured by webcams of them getting frustrated at the waiter. Good morning, Corey. Corey says, I can't attend this year physically, but I am there in spirit and will be watching the live stream, listening to BMIR, and I'm grateful for a remote reset of ideals that Burning Man provides, especially during this socially stressful time. And yes, to be an authentic, honest up front, hard to do, but always fine after, if you know what I mean. Never have regretted, full disclosure, but hard to do. Yes, yes, yes. Gerbot, in our anchor to this gathering, Love Ambassador himself, fully trained and certified Love Ambassador, Gerbot has an extra ticket. So if you are looking for Burning Man tickets, there's someone in our presence right now. Alex says, I've had offers to sell my car pass for $500. What? Is there a shortage of car passes? Now I'm confused. Good morning, Bill. Bill says, we're all human and we all act out of context when found in frustrating situations. We all disappoint. Don't be hard on yourself. Cheers to that. Yeah, I feel pretty self-forgiving in this moment. I also know that I have times when I am very hard on myself. But in this moment, I am feeling human. I have some regret for the hurt that I have caused, but none of it is permanent. And I think all may be repaired. And the more that I can learn from it, the less hurt I will inflict in the future. Never no hurt, but minimize. And also part of it is recognizing that sometimes it's the attempt to avoid hurting that causes greater hurt. By not speaking directly to someone because I'm afraid of the conflict, I'm afraid of them being upset, I talk around the issue with someone else. And then when they do find that out, then they're really hurt. So I'm actually working against my efforts to reduce conflict and reduce hurt. So that's part of the big boy lesson. Juan is grateful to get an early pass so I can give 500 paletas to all the builders. Sweet! I it just isn't that just so amazing? Juan is grateful for the opportunity to go be of service early so he can be more of service and give more. What an awesome group of people we are. And I'll say that one of the reasons why I think people like you, Juan, and many others are motivated to act in ways that are contrary to the default world transactional system is because the 10 principles have set us up to be rewarded and to not be taken advantage of. And so when within the 10 principle system, you can really allow yourself to do things that might be taken advantage of in the default world. And that's why it gets so heated and passionate when it feels like the 10 principles might be being ignored or being compromised or softened. And so along those lines, we got to be careful that as we are defending the 10 principles, we don't add poison. Oh my gosh, I just realized another way that I'm out of integrity and I'm living in the classroom. I posted a video yesterday about why it is important not to add ugliness to something in your attempt to protect something beautiful. Meaning when you're on the playa and you see somebody drop moop, don't scream at them and attack them and add this poison. You just saw something bad and you've added more bad and you've made that person into an enemy. And start with curiosity and see, oh, did you know that you're dropping that? Or, oh, did you know that your sequins are falling off that? Instead of, ugh. Or if you see someone taking a photo shoot, instead of going, fucking Instagram or fuck you, go, what's this photo shoot for? Or recognizing that there's a gajillion ways that someone could be taking photos for reasons that have to do with artistic expression. And so it is not your job to try to attack them because you think it's possible that they could be doing something that is corroding the 10 principles. Okay, I just posted that video. And then this week, I added ugliness in my attempt to protect the community. I said negative things about the organization. I kind of allowed my anger to spill out. And I think other people got whirled up into being angry because of that. And I did not start with curiosity. Although if I look at the video, I did say, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm misunderstanding. But I could have been more curious beforehand and approached the Burning Man organization and said, whoa, it looks like you're dropping sequins, or it looks like you're saying that MOOP is no longer a problem. Like, am I understanding this correctly? And I need to walk the walk. Do not turn something ugly. Do not, in your attempt to protect something beautiful, do not add ugliness. Busload says, as much as I love the playa, I'm also looking forward to that first long shower back in the default world. Bill says, I'll be on playa Thursday pre-gates to ride my bike out and feed the art team. Sweet. Gerbot says, and I can't help but singing it, always look on the bright side of life. Do-do, 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 do-do. Life's a piece of shit when you look at it. Always look on the bright side of life. Any more gratitudes to share? I am, what day is it? Was that just yesterday? No. Yesterday I had men's group. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. I had a momentous thing happen yesterday. For the first time, I've been waiting this for 20 years. one of my friends reached out and said, my kid wants to dye their hair. Will you help us? We tried and we couldn't do it. So they want blue hair. So my friend Brandon, who I've known since I was 5 years old, his awesome child, Victoria, wanted blue hair. She's got this total punk rock cut. And so I went over and bleached and then put the dye in. I was nervous because her hair is different than mine, and that dye is way different than the ones that I use. And I was like, I hope this looks good. I hope it looks good. And it looks awesome. Like Uncle John was born for this. So grateful that I was trusted and included to fulfill a dream of being that weird friend that knows how to tattoo their kids. Well, not tattoo their kids, but alter the punky appearance of their kids. Welcome, Pupton. Enjoy your first burn. Esta is grateful for all the friends and future friends who rallied yesterday to help someone meet all the requirements in time to run for office. It's so important for young people to run, and I'm so grateful that she put her hat in the race in our local election. That is awesome. I love that. Without knowing anything about what this person believes in, what their policies are, what they're fighting for, I am enthusiastically appreciative of people willing to participate in the process. So, yes, thank you for sharing that. Alex says the forecast looks stellar. Yeah, it looks like the weather in the burn is going to be quite amazing. Woohoo! I would sure like a not too hot year. Anybody know what is it flat? I have one like a scooter thing that doesn't do well if there's bumps at all. So I was thinking of not even bringing it because I'd heard a while back that it would feel like it was a lot of ruts in the road. I don't know. That's not confirmed. So curious. Michelle got in and out of the DMV in about an hour. Well done. Do you have an experience of anyone that was a somewhat pleasant? I'm glad that you're back. Michelle says, don't even tease about the weather. You never know. But doesn't everything that people are posting, it looks like, like 90-degree days right now and 50-degree nights. And that seems to be the forecast moving forward. It's too early to tell, but ooh, I would like that. Alex had a offer for a massage, even though the person did not agree on the ticket price. That's great. Good morning, Jacqueline. Oh my goodness. Hello. Good to see you. Good morning. What are you feeling grateful for? Bustled says, it looks chunky and crispy on the fly right now. Mark says, I am grateful for the woman who stopped me on the beach, told me she's watched my roller skating greatly improve over months. Give a stranger a boost if you can. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That person is a love ambassador. Let's all try to do that today. Let's all see if we can give a compliment to somebody. Now, that person, that's a legit deep compliment because they say, I've seen you progress over time. But you can give a compliment of like, I love those pants. Or that shirt's hilarious. Or you are skipping in a way that makes me happy. Thank you. That's so cool. So cool. All right. Any last gratitudes? Mark says, a legit deep love ambassador. Jacqueline was able to gift 2 friends a ticket and parking pass. Whew, that's a big gift. I think there's going to be a lot of people who are in that are in the place that you were just in, where you're like, I can fight to try to sell this and be frustrated for the next 10 days, or I can see, is there somebody that can use this that I will feel, at least it'll be a financial hit, but it'll feel good knowing that I am allowing someone to have this magical experience. So if if you want to go to Burning Man but you can't afford a ticket, I would publicly say, I would write something up and say, I really want to go to Burning Man. These are the things that I've learned about it, the reasons why I think it's something that I want to do, and but it's been out of my reach. And if there's someone that, if you have a ticket that you can't use, I hope you can sell it. But if you can't, I would love to go on your behalf, and I'll take some pictures for you and bring something to the temple for you, and give someone the opportunity to feel good about their gift instead of feeling super frustrated about their loss. Jesse, did you learn that from me? I've been saying that a lot lately. In fact, on the podcast yesterday, I said that to remember to give compliments about things people choose more than their biological gifts. So, nice shirt is better than nice eyes. Or, I love your makeup. It's better than you have pretty eyes. Or, your style is awesome is better than nice rack. Now, I have had women say that, especially on Playa, that like a woman complimenting a woman's body can be a beautiful thing. So, but certainly be careful if you are going to compliment someone of the opposite sex about their appearance, their body, their beauty. That is I would avoid that. Don't let your magical words of compliments go towards a choice they made, something about that they could be proud of. You're not proud. Well, I guess if someone's super into the gym, they might be proud of their physique, but it's tread walkly, tread lightly. All right. Jacqueline says, yes, publicly write a story and you'll be amazed at how many people want to help. That's this core thing about gifting that we have to remember. Gifting requires a receiver. And sometimes you just need to let people know what your needs are so that people can be the gifter. We think that if we say, if I say I need a ride, then I sound needy or pathetic, but somebody might be like, oh, I'm going there anyway, and it would feel good to help you out. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to feel good, to be of service. I'm working on that. I was just, my back has been hurting, and Lisa's like, you want me to rub your back? And I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm like, why don't I just say yes? She wants to help. I'm not turning down and saying, I don't want to take something from you. I'm saying, I don't want to allow you the joy of gifting. I could go on and on. Michelle, good point. I don't mean opposite sex. I mean, if there's any energy that could be interpreted as attraction and picking up on someone. It is in our culture, men complimenting women is the percentage of times that's problematic is very high. None of these are principles, not rules, do as you will. But the really dangerous behavior is guys hearing that compliments are good and then only complimenting women they think are hot about being hot. It's like, that's not quite getting it. But I trust you to get the gist of this. Alex says, have I resolved the trauma from the 22 heat monster sick year? No, I am still quite frightened of being overwhelmed by heat and fatigue. It's one of the reasons why I'm doing a short week this year and I'm leaving before the burn, is because I didn't want to have responsibilities that forced me to stay. I wanted to be able to evacuate. if needed. I think I do have some PTSD, like not legit, but like a fears, deep fears that get me triggered and anxious. All right. Oh, thank you for being here and being a part of this and adding your energy and your good vibes and being able to sit at the ocean with me. So grateful. Before we go off into our day, let's remember that we are love ambassadors. And that means that we are doing our best to add positivity, love, compassion, patience to the world. And that starts with us. So if what you have the capacity to do today is to just be kind to yourself, little forgiving, give yourself some rest, that is a perfect avenue for a love ambassador to spend their energy. And then if you are out in the world, let's try to give that compliment. If you do, come back tomorrow and let's share what happened. Share what the compliment was you gave, what the reaction was, even if it's bad. Because part of the reason of this gathering is we can say, oh, I had this experience and it was hard and I never want to do that again. And then we can say to each other, no, thank you. You're awesome. Do it again. And we go, okay, all right. That was just one experience. Okay, get back in there. Come on. Oh, you got this. You got this. Go, go. So wherever you are, give yourself a big squeeze and feel yourself being held by me and everyone here. Feel yourself being embraced, sinking into this shared humanity, recognizing we're all doing the best we can with what we got. We're all works in progress. We all have the opportunity to learn how to do better. So let's forgive one another, forgive ourselves, and take a deep breath in and squeeze and hug one another. And feel me hugging you. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you love ambassadors, thanks for being here for this Hug Nation Love Morning. Please check out the Burner Prep Instagram page, and you'll see the video about the influencers I put up yesterday. Burner Prep on Instagram or Hug Nation on YouTube has got lots of stuff lately. And reach out and ask me something personal if there's something going on. And if you're on Playa, my 2 events currently are Thursday noon, Pink Heart, Pink Ride, and Friday night, 9 p.m., Gratitude Circle. So if you want to, we're going to do a live Gratitude Circle at 9 p.m. Friday night at the fire pit in front of Burners Without Borders at 345 Esplanade. So put that on your calendar. You can do it, at the beginning of a big night. Come share some gratitude around the fire. It's going to be awesome. Thank you, guys. Good morning to you in Australia. And hello, part-time. Have a beautiful day, everyone. And if you have people that need Burning Man information, please forward my Instagram and Hug Nation stuff to them. Thank you. Because I like to be of service too.